Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So Penumbral Lunar Eclipse is going to occur in the next few days, and today in this video I am going to discuss in detail about how, when and where we can see this Penumbral Lunar Eclipse. So please watch the whole video and don't skip any point so that you will get complete information about this Penumbral Lunar Eclipse. So without wasting much time, let's begin our today's video. So let's first understand about a lunar eclipse and its types. So a lunar eclipse is an astronomical event that occurs when the moon moves into our Earth's shadow, causing the moon to be darkened, or we can say that a subtle decrease in the moon's brightness because of its entry in the Earth's shadow. An eclipse of the moon, or you can say the lunar eclipse, can only occur at full moon, and only if the moon passes through some portion of the Earth's shadow. Earth's shadow can be divided into two distinctive parts, that is the umbra and the penumbra. Now, depending upon the moon's position, or we can say the moon's entry into these shadow regions, there are three distinct types of lunar eclipses that are taking place. Number one is the total lunar eclipse. If the moon entirely passes into the Earth's umbra, then a total lunar eclipse occurs. Okay, you might have heard the term about the reddish moon, or you can say the blood red moon during a total lunar eclipse. Okay, so this is about the total lunar eclipse. Second type is the partial lunar eclipse. When the moon penetrates partially into the Earth's umbra, then it is known as the partial lunar eclipse. And the third type, that is the penumbral lunar eclipse. A penumbral lunar eclipse occurs when part or all of the moon passes into the Earth's penumbra. Remember one thing, that during penumbral lunar eclipse, no part of the moon is in the Earth's umbra during this event. Okay, so this was about all the three types, and this was about the penumbral lunar eclipse. So let's come back to the penumbral lunar eclipse that is going to occur in the next few days. So this eclipse is going to take place on March 24th or 25th, depending upon your location. Now, this penumbral lunar eclipse will be visible from the parts of Antarctica, western half of Africa, Western Europe, Atlantic Ocean, Americas, that is North and South, Pacific Ocean, Japan, and eastern half of Australia. Now, regarding the timing, so the penumbral eclipse begins at 4:53 UTC on March 25th, 2024. This is equivalent to the 11:53 AM of CDT on March 24th in North America. The greatest eclipse will take place at 7:12 UTC on March 25th, that is equivalent to 2:12 AM CDT, with a penumbral magnitude of 0.9577. Now, in other words, at greatest eclipse, nearly all of the moon will be inside the Earth's outer penumbral shadow. The moon will never go into Earth's dark umbral shadow, so it will never seem as if a dark bite has been taken out of the moon. Instead, it will be a subtle darkened shading of the moon, and at mid-eclipse, only a small sliver of the moon will fall outside this dark shading. That means, as compared to the total lunar eclipse, in this penumbral lunar eclipse, we will only be able to see only some portion of the moon getting covered by the Earth's shadow, and that too at the greatest eclipse. Okay, the penumbral eclipse will end at 9:33 UTC on March 25th, that is 4:33 AM CDT. Now, if I talk about the duration of this eclipse, then the overall duration of this eclipse is roughly about 280 minutes. One important note that you should keep in mind, that is, a penumbral lunar eclipse is the most subtle kind of lunar eclipse, one that most people won't even notice, because the moon shadow won't be detected until the disk of the moon is immersed in about 2/3 of the penumbral shadow. Of course, this depends on the atmospheric conditions and a person's visual activity. Okay, so this is about the penumbral lunar eclipse of March 24-25. This graph shows the overall visibility of this penumbral lunar eclipse throughout the world. So if you are living in these countries, or if you are going to let's say traveling to these countries, then you will be definitely be able to see this penumbral lunar eclipse. So please don't miss your chance. Now at last, let's see that how we can see this penumbral lunar eclipse. Now, unlike to the solar eclipses, these lunar eclipses are completely safe to watch. You don't need any kind of special equipment or special protective filters. It is not even necessary to use a telescope. you can just watch the lunar eclipse with nothing more than but your two eyes. But if you want to photograph this penumbral lunar eclipse or any type of lunar eclipse, then you definitely need to use a binocular or a telescope. Okay, so to magnify your view, you can always use a binocular or telescope. Otherwise, if you don't have them, then don't need to worry. You can still see this lunar eclipse, okay, with your own eyes. Now, one more thing at last, that is lunar eclipses are not always alone. Just 15 days before to it or 15 days after to it, there is a corresponding, or you can say a coming solar eclipse. So as we all know that a total solar eclipse is going to take place on April 8, 2024. So I will be making a detailed video on that upcoming total solar eclipse. Till then, stay tuned to my channel for more such updates like this on astronomy, astronomical events and astrophotography tutorials. If you like this video, then please like and share it to your friends so that they can also enjoy this penumbral lunar eclipse. Thank you for watching.